against the Olympic champion, Lee Kiefer from the United States of America. That's the route through from the quarterfinal through to the semi-finals. It's been a big day here of qualification, finished around about 30 minutes ago. And Sauer, world number 6, has climbed up through the rankings over the last couple of years, going up against the Olympic champion Lee Kiefer, then the world number 1. Sauer first won a Grand Prix last year in Shanghai. 4 Grand Prix wins for the diminutive Lee Kiefer. Catalina Varga from Hungary takes control of the fight. So we're underway here in Turin. If you're new to the sport, foil is a point weapon, which means you've got to hit with the tip of your sword, and the target area is the torso, everything apart from the arms, legs and the head. Referee calls the right of way, basically who has the right to attack. And there is a beauty of an attack from Kiefer to get her off the mark. If you're being attacked, you have 3 options. Get hit, that's not a good idea. Run away and make the attack miss, or block with your blade, as Sauer just did then, and hit with what's called the riposte. So if you run away or you block with your blade, it's your turn to attack. Referee calling halt as the fences got too close to each other, making it unsafe for them to wield their weapons. Lovely stop hit it's called, so Kiefer didn't have the right of way. Sauer had the right to attack, but Kiefer dived in, scored a point and then ran away and made the German miss. Just staying in distance there as we see the replay. The American on the right found the moment by taking the risk of staying close. 3 periods of 3 minutes are allowed in this sport, but doesn't look like we're going to need it here. These two are going at it, hammer and tong. Target score is 15 points, again, for those newbies out there watching fencing for the first time. Victory ensures progression to the gold medal match. Defeat means that you're guaranteed at least the bronze medal. Sauer playing a slightly more defensive game here. So first video appeal from Lee Kiefer of the United States of America. Each athlete has 2 calls. If the video appeal is upheld, then they'll keep it. If the referee doesn't change their decision, they lose it. And it was a good call from Kiefer. She keeps her 2 video appeals. Kiefer is almost luring the attack from Sauer here to block it out at close distance, and we know that she is awesome at close distance. Tiny target to hit, but also incredibly athletic and acrobatic in close quarters. Sauer trying the distance game. So this time Kiefer picks up the blade. She hits her opponent's blade. That gives her the right of way. So it doesn't matter that Sauer scored first. And Kiefer again working in close distance. And again, distance game working for Sauer. Snatching in as Kiefer approaches on her attack. She spots the moment to just dive in. This time Kiefer starting her attack just a little bit closer. Half a step, maybe a full step closer than the one before. These fencers are adapting to the tactics for every single action, whether a hit's scored or not. A strange white light coming up there when they were out of hitting distance. Happens every now and again. So Sauer got the right of way by nicking the parry. Missed with the riposte because Kiefer continued moving forwards. Oh, trying to find a way through. Sauer was right on a back line there. That's why she didn't want to go back any further. So another review on the video. Katalina Varga from Hungary, consulting with her colleague Willem Mada from the Czech Republic, who is the video referee. Ultimately, though, it's Katalina Varga's choice. It's interesting to see that Sauer, on the long attack from Kiefer, isn't stepping away from it. She's staying in there. She's confident that her defence is strong enough to block Kiefer on her first action. So must be looking for taking her on in close quarters. That's some gamble against Kiefer. Kiefer slows down the attack. Immediate change of tactics from the American. She really has got the full game and can play all parts of it within one fight. And again, refusing to back away completely from the attack. Yes, took a step and a half away, but stayed in there, the German. As we wind down the first 3-minute period, I have to say, it's very impressive stuff from Anne Sauer against the Olympic champion. Head-to-head between these two 10-2. But Kiefer has the lead, but only just.
Please, the four finalists, men's foil in choral. Thank you.
So a minute break for the two athletes, and Sauer in consultation with their coach taking on just a little bit of fluid. And it's the same for Kiefer down the other end. These two have met each other 12 times in international competition. As we take a look back over the best of the action in the first period. But the little changes the coach can add, some offers of help on the tactical front, are really crucial in that minute break. Second period underway, mini advantage for Kiefer, and that is her attack as she opens up the lead to 3 points. The balance of things, Sauer can't stay as reactive as she's being. She needs to go after Kiefer a little bit, just to change it up. Kiefer dominating the dance, and just, if you allow her to build these slower attacks, she is going to land at least 8 out of 10 of them. The agility and the skill to pick the moment to launch is incredible. 4 away for the Olympic champion from progressing through to the gold medal match here at the 2024 Turin Grand Prix. So we're getting this spurious white light coming up. The white light is an off-target light. Just checking the equipment. Well, Kiefer looks to have broken the back of this one. Well, Kiefer thought she'd hit there and almost stopped fencing for a second. And there's that white light again. They didn't hit each other, so they need to change something here. It's probably a combination or something to do with body wire connection. There's a body wire that runs from the spool. If you look at dragging out the back of Kiefer's jacket, there's an attachment. That's a wire that goes into what's called a spool. And that wire is on a reel, moves up and down. That looks to be okay, but it is happening all down the bottom end of the piece, so maybe that needs to be changed. But the more likely place for it to happen is the connection in the wire on the athlete, effectively. You see that wire at the back there on Anne Sauer. That's fine, and there's the wire on the connecting the foil. It runs underneath the jacket, and the connectors sometimes produce a little too much resistance. I'm trying to remember which way round it is. They're either too much or too little resistance, and that then brings up a white light. And indeed, Kiefer is changing that body wire, or body cord, I should call it, as she is a US fencer. And you guys have some funny names for the equipment. Only kidding, USA. So a quick change of body wire, and Kiefer back on piste. Now, if the white light comes up again, I think we are going to have a change of the spool. And in fact, that is Kiefer's coach, Amgad Kazbak, who thinks it may well be the spool. So there's a big reel at the end. That big silver box there that's lying flat on the ground, being replaced now. That was the thing that, well, they suspect that was the thing that was causing the problem. Broken up the rhythm of the fight. Let's not forget, we're here for a fencing match. Sauer's had a little time to think about this one. Can she close this gap? We're about to find out a resumption of the Turin Grand Prix women's semi-final, number 1. So again, without the ball, if you like, without the right of way, Kiefer scores. Just 2 away from the gold medal match. Hunting her 5th Grand Prix title, the American. Beat attack there from Kiefer. Again, another beat attack from Kiefer, but she's just hitting off target. That means she's hitting the white part of the jacket, and that's bringing up an off-target light, a white light. The patient attack from the American. Falls short again. Still the attack from the right, off-target. So the coloured light doesn't automatically mean there's a hit. Sauer back within 5 then. And you can see that she is varying what she's doing, but oh, Kiefer, that's a great hit from her. That is a spectacular hit, and we will get a replay of it. Threatens, slows down, and then finishes fast. Beautiful. Well, number 1, 1 away. Well, the first attack was picked up by Kiefer, but her momentum was sending her backwards and allowed Sauer to have another pop. There'll be some comeback if she does do it, but she is still fighting. So they're going to review this one. We get another look at it as well. There's a knowing nod of the head from Catalina Varga in the venue and gives it to Sauer. gets within 4. Kiefer now just asking for an explanation of the decision, and that's why Catalina Varga is walking over and just explaining to her, and Kiefer's well within her rights to do so. It's a good idea to understand how the referee's calling hits, even at this late stage in the competition, and even though she is the Olympic champion. Little changes, little nuances make a big difference. A couple of athletes have been caught out here with dropping their weapons because a new rule will come in about that. And that will do it for Lee Kiefer. The Olympic champion is through to the women's final here in Turin. She is going for her 5th Grand Prix win and is still in with a massive shout. It was a fairly confident win, you have to say, 15-10. And Sauer adds a 2nd bronze medal to her Grand Prix haul. Gold in Shanghai last year, added to the silver and bronze she'd already won at tournaments at this level, the Grand Slam of fencing. But confirmation that Lee Kiefer has gone through to the women's final, beating Sauer of Germany 15.